Oh my god.
I am on the heat side now.
I know.
Yep, Nahid, you won.
Hey guys.
Everybody, we're the Normies. We're here to watch Shingeki no Kyojin.
Yes.
And this is season 4, episode 11, Deceiver.
Sleeper.
What will happen this time?
Now you can
Some
say
deception,
yes.
I imagine.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what's happening. We've been dealing a lot in Amestria, and so this is we've been doing a lot in Parody.
You see
a lot everywhere.
Full Metal Alchemist.
I was like, what?
What about how are the Ishmaels doing? Yeah.
I'm gonna take a picture of you guys.
Didn't you also call them Ishvalans like last
Yeah.
No, I didn't. It didn't happen. You don't know that.
Have you been rewatching Full Metal Alchemist?
Yes, I have been.
That would make sense.
Someone else talk.
Hey guys, there's lots of things going on. It felt like last episode ended so abruptly. Like we saw like what was something that was about to happen, and it was like.
It was like weirdly cut. I feel like not to call it like a throwaway episode, but I feel like that was one they were maybe like rushing through to get to.
That's like maybe
some
they
better
just
shit.
edit chunks of volumes at a time,
Yeah.
and they're like, shit, just end it here. We got.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I know you guys are like overworked and shit with it, but I've been
Yeah.
enjoying it. There's some theories I have that I'll keep to myself, and I don't know. What do you guys think?
I don't know, man. I'm just like
Aaron is
Losing it.
Losing
Yeah,
it. He's
the-
bigger. It's. You know what's interesting? That Aaron got Warhammer Titan and he changed, but the previous Warhammer Titan was a lady and she was just.
Aaron's got like
Herself.
3 Titans though.
But he's
now.
got he's got multiple.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
He's stacking.
You got
Actually,
it.
I don't know. Maybe if we see him transform now, maybe he'll look different.
Ooh,
with the
yeah.
Warhammer. And
He's juicing.
we've only ever seen him with the 2 ones that he's had.
I have a fun theory that's good for the soul. And what if the more Titans you have, the longer you live? What if his 13 years gets extended?
Oh.
I would
shit.
imagine it
plus
would
the-
actually.
I'm with it 100%.
I would imagine
hope
it would
lives
dip
longer.
it because like.
Just like a negative plus a negative plus a negative.
Yeah, because like because that was more of a pun, like a negative effect to that. It's like, oh, you only have 13 years to live, or however long it was. So I imagine stacking it would lower it even more.
I hope it
He's
helps.
essentially got roid rage right now.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But he's
Yeah.
so calm. He's just very sound in his justification of his action. And
Is he?
It feels
Now?
like it. I mean, maybe he's struggling a little bit, like when he was saying like fight, or whatever he was saying like takata, takata, and like
Yeah.
Hange was like, what do you mean? Like why do you keep saying fight?
Who are you talking to?
He's just
And
maybe
he's
trying to
like-
convince himself like this is why I have to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm born into this world.
I don't know. He
I never
almost
had-
tried to like
never had a
kill.
choice.
Like
We live in
tried
a
to.
society.
We live in a society.
Yeah, he tried like threaten Hanji. I don't know how sound mind he is right now. And he's
Yeah.
locked up in a prison. Apparently Mikasa and Armin hasn't gone and talked to them. But I will think that'll be the first step. Like let's go talk and
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he
like, have
did
a
a
conversation.
war crime, and so they're kind of upset at him.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense.
If you guys do a war crime, I'd be pretty upset.
And he like forced his friends to go do that shit too. Like he forced their hand.
I want to check in with Gabi and Falco.
Me too.
Yes. What is up with
Mickey
them?
or Nahid, you're not going to say the thing you say every episode?
Fuck Gabby, fuck Gabby, fuck
Why?
Gabby, fuck
Why?
Gabby,
Why?
fuck Gabby,
Every
fuck
episode.
Gabby, fuck Gabby, fuck Gabby. Aaron ain't doing nothing wrong. I forget. Is that how it went?
I don't even know what you're
Remember-
talking
It's a
about.
song. It's a song, man. Fuck Gabby.
Clip that, Dustin, because by the end of the episode, because this happened last episode, you did that too. By the end, he was like, like we gotta really see it from her perspective.
That's fucked up. They locked her up.
They did.
Like, fuck
She's a
yeah.
kid, bro. She's a kid though, man. At the end of the day, you know,
Yeah.
she's a kid. You know, like.
I mean,
at
in the
least-
end, they try to beat the shit out of her when she,
Sasha.
and then it was like,
I
that's
mean,
fine.
you kill
understand.
Sasha. Don't get me wrong. You beat the shit out of her. You kill somebody. But you know,
Oh no, I totally understand her rage. I mean,
she did just see Udo get stomped by a bunch of people.
But it's like what Marquetta was saying. Like, I wish that they wouldn't. I mean, I know why they're keeping them in a cage, but I hope that maybe Hanji or somebody like gives them exposure to their own
Yeah.
culture.
You can't change the elephant. You
Yes.
can't. Sometimes the elephant gets out.
Come a little closer than you'll see.
Huh? Hey
Alright guys, well this is not a market substitute for Attack on Titty. We are watching this on Crunchyroll because the subtitles are better and bigger for you all. And you can support the official release, please, by watching it on Hulu. Everywhere else, support us on Patreon if you'd like to see the uncut watch along to this, which posts earlier than this reaction. You could have seen this already if if you were just supporting us. But we thank our patrons on Patreon for supporting us. They help us do what we do. We are in this new 6 feet apart set, so now we're all allowed to be here together. No more muting and unmuting, or you guys thinking that we're on our phones and us having to explain it again and again.
Every episode, every single episode. And
Every
shout outs
time.
to you, Lisa. You are part of the people that make this happen.
Carl's my dude.
Yep.
And
We're
what?
just saying random
Who's
things.
that?
None of you guys heard the fuck Gabi song for real?
What?
I listened to 5 seconds of it and then I turned it off because I was like, okay, I've heard enough.
Well, you guys will listen to it after. Let's not get hit with copyright. That's a dumb idea.
Let's play-
Gabi, you want space bar this?
Yes, let's do this.
It's a trap.
It is totally a trap.
It's pretty faded.
I
Yep.
need to.
It's
God.
very dark.
Oh, God!
Oh!
Oh my god!
What you
Got a
put in there?
brick in a
brick.
Dude.
Oh my.
my god.
Oh, man.
Oh, he's
Dude.
alive.
Animation feels different. It's like it's very dreamy.
These are the only Titan shifters left in Marley.
Damn, cuz.
Hurry.
They escaped.
Isn't it loud?
普通の住民に意味はわからないでしょ
Let's still take it off.
Can't believe they fucking got out, dude.
捕まって死ぬまでにジークを見つけて問いただしたいだけ
Damn.
マーレを裏切ったのかなんでそんなことをしたのか
Yeah, I'd be upset too.
すればいい
Man, she's gonna have a mindfuck moment.
じゃあこれ捨てといてやるから
Damn.
Jesus!
Bro, she's so indoctrinated.
Yeah.
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 私は善良なエルディア人なの
You have to blend in to survive. You gotta do things to
So
survive, girl.
heartbreaking.
I mean, she's
They're
she's
following.
going through it.
言葉で死ぬことないのに
The animation is so different.
何してるの君たちどこから来たの
Uh-oh.
言いたくないですやっと逃げてこ
Don't.
Calm down, Gabi.
近くに私の家があるからついてき
No,
て
don't kill these people.
That would be so messed up if they do.
ここもじきに捜索されるそれに私は悪魔と一緒に食事なんて
Seriously,
できない
Hopefully that wears off in time.
She's gonna have such a hard time to accept it.
Oh, it's the whole family.
Wow.
ボーマーレの名前
僕たちは兄弟で僕たちにできることがあれば何でもしますお願いします
当然子供が頭を下げるもんじゃないブラウス厩舎へよう来たね
The Brow Stables. This is Sasha's place.
Oh,
Sasha's.
is it?
Oh my
no.
god.
Is it Browse or Brown?
It's
Sasha
Browse.
was brown.
Sasha Browse.
Brown is Rhina.
Sasha Browse.
Oh.
Damn, she's the
I
one.
thought the guy looked
Damn,
familiar.
dude.
Oh, fuck.
Oh my god.
She killed their doctor.
They don't know that. She does though, right?
She doesn't know. I don't know that she would know.
I don't know if she knows Sasha's full name. The girl she killed.
Why
I
would
think
she?
she's just.
She might have
Not-
overheard them talking.
I think she's having a hard time realizing
That they're
sitting
people.
with devils. Yeah.
Time to wake up for the first time, Gabi.
I think it was a piece of potato too.
Oh.
It looked delicious.
あちらが例の観測機でしょうか
氷漠石を燃料に用いて実
The
現
it looks like an Apache helicopter.
Iceberg.
Flying boat.
Might be a, just like a seaplane.
幽兵が一斉に拘束されたとの噂がありますが説明してくれ
志願しなくから全住民強制退去命令だって
The Reeves.
Damn, they had to leave Shiganshina again?
兵団とイエーガー氏との関係は我々エルディア国民の問題ですハンジさん情報は納税者に委ねられるとおっしゃっていました
That's true.
壁が開かれ世界とつながり情報の持つ意味が変わったんだ
Oh,
辛い立場なのは分かるよだから目を見ていってくれ信じていいって
Damn.
Damn.
Do it. You have to.
全てはエルディア国民みんなのためだ
Well, that's ominous.
Gotta be more convincing than that, Hange.
she ain't no politician.
You gotta have the PR
The
on your
people ain't
side.
happy with what's happening with the Aaron.
Like they came to them for help before too, so it sucks that they're not being truthful to the Reeves
エレン
company
の
and
情
shit.
報を渡しホルガビムルイーゼフロック
Fucking
Ah, come on, Flock.
エレンを解放すべきだからです途方もなく巨大な敵に立ち向かい神聖エルディア帝国国民全員の命を救いました
He's arguing for the boy.
我々を救う保証は何もないんだよ言ってしまえば人から聞いた話に過ぎない
You,
Damn.
but it's clearly they're in the walls.
But they don't know how it works with them
Yeah.
to make it work.
この国を導くのはエレン・イェーガーです今すぐ彼を解放してください
君たちはエレンの情報を外に漏らした罪で裁かれる
Damn.
What damn?
I mean, they have never fucked around.
I mean, at least some people get punishment for the crimes they commit.
But like the scouts are
happening?
kind of slowly turning into the people they overthrew in the last coup d'etat or whatever. Like, but they have to. I get it, but they're just doing it again.
This is how it happens, isn't it?
Alright, guys. Wait.
Yeah, there it is. It's how it happens, man. It's a slow slip to the bottom.
Hange's like, she's beginning to understand it all.
でも平均班は後悔していません。勝利が調査兵団の目的なら規則を守ることは必ずしも絶対というわけではありませんよね。やめなさいルイーゼ。ケーキが伸びるだけだから。
I don't know who this is.
About to see?
巨人を人の力でねじ伏せたあなたを見て分かったのです。力がなければ何も守れないと。私たちは理不尽な暴力と戦っているのだと少しでもあなたに近づきたくて。私はミカサさんが調査兵団に入った理由は何ですか？
For my boo. I'll do anything. I'm such a simp.
口を閉じてなさい。
Damn.
Man,
man.
Fucking awesome.
トーストク鉄道開通祝いでの祝賀会。君の監視係は急遽代役となったブロックフォルスター。縁も竹縄となったあたりで君を近くの宿泊地まで送った彼じゃが、現在情報漏洩罪で拘留されておる。この宿泊地はエレン・イェーガーの住処と数十キロの位置にある。
Aaron's got his own crew now, man.
Essentially, yeah. Just like Zeke kind of does.
Saucy.
Dude, what?
He's trying to eat his head.
Don't look a horse in his mouth.
Oh my god.
Gabi. Come on.
It's Antifa all the time.
Antifa.
That horse is associated with Antifa.
It's a false flag.
Actually, you're learning a lot right now if you just take a look.
ここでおとなしく助けを待つんだよ。じきに世界中の軍隊がこの島に攻めてくるだろう。
The world will attack
Yeah,
them.
literally the world.
ジークが憎くないの？裏切り者があんなに近くにいたんだよ。
Yes, he's just the rational thinker.
っていうか何ミヤってなんであんたの妹なの？
でもいいだろう。
二人ともお昼にしよう。
If we actually know something.
しかしカヤさんもですけど、
More time, sure.
ここで働いている人はみんなわかるんです
Kaya,
ね。
she.
ここにいる人は孤児だからね。
My niece.
Oh.
女王の方針で行き場のない子供には支援があるから、ここは4年前に親を失っている子供たちの罪を受け入れてないようです。この島の民が世界に対して。
Oh my god.
God, shut the fuck up.
一人一人が罪の自覚を正しく持つことで、ようやく贖罪への道が開かれるのですよ。
Calm down there, big shoots.
Their queen, Historia, tends to orphans.
逃れられる罪の重さではありません。マーレではそう教えられてるんだ。何言ってんの？
What?
Yeah, they
Did
knew
she say?
they knew they were
Yeah.
from Marley right off the bat. They
Yeah,
said
what'd you just
Southern
say?
Marley
君
accent.
たちはマーレから来たんでしょ。
Oh, well, I guess they didn't know that.
どうしても何も自分で叫んでたの。恥ずかしいな、もう。なんで言ってくれないんですか？
Calm down.
Stop! Oh my god, Gabi. Don't you dare.
You little psycho!
Falco.
What? She took you under.
シアがお兄ちゃん取られるってやきもち焼いてる。赤山やつ仲良くしてんじゃん。少しは明るくなってるし。
Oh God, don't be fooled. That is a child trying to murder her.
So only Kaya knows.
Yeah, Kaya just covered for her.
どうして？
Huh.
So I don't really give a shit. You're an orphan kid like I am. Who cares?
I thought I heard the family be like,
Oh,
oh,
wait,
they
wait.
had Southern Marley accents, but maybe they were thinking. Maybe Gabi was thinking it.
その巨人を見て村の人はみんな逃げた。足の悪いお母さんを置き去りにして。
Is this the village that got attacked with the Connie's parents too?
Oh, maybe. Is she still there, his mom?
お母さんはずっと生きたまま食べられてた。
Oh my god.
No, she.
次第に声も上げられなくなった。声が出なくなるまで叫んだからだと思う。
I think she's the girl. She looks
That
familiar.
Sasha saved?
Yeah, the one
Yeah.
that when Sasha went back to her hometown. Like I just re-edited season 2, so I've this is fresh for me.
お母さんは一体何をしたの？何をしたからこんなに恨まれているの？何千年も世界中の人々を虐
Did
殺
she
した
do
から。
that? Did she do that though? Did she do that herself, Gabi?
ルディア人は何千年もの間巨人の力で世界を支配し蹂躙してきたの。他の民族の文化を奪って望まれない子を産ませて被害者ぶるのはやめて。
But she's
この辺で生まれ育ったからそんなひどいことはしてないと思う。だから100年前あなたたちの先祖が
They are your ancestors too!
I get that this needs to happen, but it's infuriating.
I mean, she's an indoctrinated kid.
先祖が世界中の人を虐殺したから。お母さんは誰も殺してないねえミア、ちゃんと答えて。なんでお母さんがあんなに苦しんで殺されたの？そうじゃなきゃおかしいよ。
It is
なん
crazy.
でお母さんは生きたまま体を食べられたの？何のために殺されたの？なんで
Damn.
4年前のパラディ島侵攻の目的は大攻勢を見据えての威力偵察でした。
Music is so good.
それに巻き込まれたんです。お母さんには何の罪もありません。ごめんなさい。
Damn.
It's just crazy how it's just like kids discussing world politics.
Oh my god, Gabi.
それでなんで謝るの？
Oh my god.
I am on the Heat side now.
I know.
Yeah, Nahidi won.
Nah, I don't know, bro. Man,
This happens. She's gonna come around, but for right now.
Yeah, I get it. It's gonna happen, but man.
今の私より少し年上ぐらいのお姉ちゃんが薪割り用の斧を持って入ってきて。
I remember that. They cut the commercial break.
You realize who killed that girl?
結局お姉ちゃんは自分を盾にして巨人から私を逃がしてくれた。
Sick with that bow now.
No!
Oh,
all these callbacks, man.
決して見捨てたりしない。
This was a good episode.
私にそうしてくれたように。
I hear there's an after credits.
Really?
Yeah.
マーレの人が働いてるレストランに招かれてるの。そこにあなたたちを連れて行けば。マーレに入る方法が見つかるかも。
Oh, is that with
Nicola.
私はお姉ちゃんみたいな人になりたいの。
Damn. Bro, this was a really fucking good episode. My
Great
god.
episode.
I love the kids, man. That was
For the longest, I wondered why we had that season 2 episode where we see Sasha's like hometown and
Like,
that
it was a
whole
random
deal.
scene.
It was a little like random, and it was nice to get the backstory at the time. But it's great that it existed here as a great callback. You know,
I thought that it was setting up to show that she's a sharpshooter, because when we saw her shooting a rifle, I was like, damn, it wouldn't make sense that she picked up the rifle so fast, because she was a sharpshooter with the
it
bow and
works
arrow.
that way too.
But like this is even like a whole nother layer.
Isayama, man, with his foreshadowing, he knew everything, I guess.
Like everything that like there's no random scene. Even like the way it was written, you know, like backwards, like one just telling the whole story. Like every single scene has some kind of detail.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Oh. 獣の巨人の死骸を調べたけ爆破され粉々になったジークの体が部分的に見つかっただが足りない見つかればどれも両腕
they know
自らを亡き者と予想
Deceiver
パラディと適正力と手を組み飛行船で逃げ寄せたと見ている対人型に改良された立体起動装置
Wow
マーレの技術が取り入れられ逃走用に奪われた飛行船も訓練を積んだ軍人でないとできない高度な飛行技術を見せた
Onion coupon.
Onion coupon. Alright, Magath, did you deduce all that? Because you're a genius.
Yeah, it's like, damn, that's
exactly correct.
当然このままで済ますつもりはない今から半年以内パラディ島に世界連合軍による掃討作戦を行う
Rumbling it is.
半年ですマルコと神の救出も半年後でしょうか最も優秀な戦士候補生ですマーレにとっても大きな痛手になるかと
マーレの力のみでパラディ島を攻めても以前のように返り討ちに遭うだけだ
Jesus
They're about to go, they're breaking bad, they're going rogue.
すぐさま攻勢に転じることはないとそして半年後に潰されるのを策もなしにただ待っている人
Oh, Rhina?
Uh-oh.
What do you...
Aaron is gonna eat all these motherfuckers. Don't come there.
今すぐにパラディ島を奇襲すべきです
Oh my. That ain't gonna happen, cuz.
I mean,
they're going
That's gonna happen. It's gonna be their doom.
bet.
It's gonna be their doom. Aaron is gonna fuck them up. Look, they can go do that. They can go knock on the devil's door, but the devil's gonna come out swinging. They're gonna be fucked.
Yeah,
That's
but
all I'm saying.
their best bet for
their
best bet for an offensive is that they know that Zeke knows their tactics and know that they would wait. So you got to throw the enemy off balance. The enemy just stepped back and is waiting because he's like, you're not going to attack me right now because it doesn't make sense. So they have to do the one thing that don't make sense. Regardless of what's going to happen, it's their best bet.
It's
for
like
right now.
Doge stock, bro. They got to go full.
They're gonna go. They're probably gonna take out a good number of folks. But they're gonna get eaten the fuck up. They're going into the devil's lair.
I don't know,
this is. I'm sorry,
Hey, man. Don't call them devils, bro. That's Marlene propaganda.
Hey, I mean it in a good term though. Like, bro, they're gonna knock on his doorstep and then they got all those Titans in the fucking wall, and then on top of that, you have Captain Levi and everybody else at their home. This is where they're at. This is where they live. You're going and.
Yeah.
Whatever they plan on doing, they better not turn into no Titans. If they turn into a Titan, if this is gonna be a full frontal Titan attack, they're fucked. If they're gonna go in as humans and sneak around, be all sneaky and all that craziness, I can see that working.
Well,
anything but that.
At the rate Gabby's character arc is going now, which I have more to say on, by the way, it doesn't seem like the brainwashing will fade away anytime soon. They could pass off the armor to Gabby, and then she would probably
rage
with her rage and her like drive. I don't know. She could probably mess some stuff up.
It could go either way. Like they're not gonna even if they go now, there's no way that fight's ending anytime soon. Like it's gonna be a fight. It's gonna be obviously told that people are gonna die. But I'm surprised that Reiner was siding to that because he has so many doubts about where he came from, and he told Zeke, and Zeke changed. So I don't know why. Like I don't know if it should have taken a second for Rhino to think like, oh, maybe there is something more to it.
But Gabby's his family, so I think he just wants his family back.
I guess that makes sense.
Or family member,
Yeah. Let's talk about Gabi.
Gabby! Fuck Gabby, fuck Gabby, fuck Gabby.
I get it. It's just frustrating to watch, but it's not going to happen overnight. Like, tearing away at all that propaganda, all the prejudice. But she's a warrior. She's like a prime warrior.
It's not going to happen in one episode, but it might happen in because you have to keep in mind they're condensing a lot of the story. So like I'm sure a lot of the character development is sped up for the sake of the show, because I'm sure in the manga they probably stayed with those people for a little bit and it had some time to breathe. But I mean I can't blame her. Like it is frustrating to watch, but I understand.
It's her whole life. She literally, if she abandons her belief of like the Eldians being the devils, and that it undoes everything that she's been working towards, and that's very hard to give up.
Like
I think that she's literally just clinging to last straw. That's why she's being so obnoxious about it.
That's what
it's kind of like
in a denial.
It was so hard for her in that scene to just she couldn't answer why her mom. All she could go back to was thousands of years ago,
repeating propaganda. It's like Westworld. Like her cornerstone is built off of that. She was such a good warrior for the Marlians that that's all she has, and without that I think that she would have to start asking the hard truths. Like she knows and probably thinks and knows that her situation's fucked up, and being around the people that she's hated the most, she's gonna start to realize that they're stuck because she hates these people, and these people are doing what they have to do, and they're being this force, and they attacked, but also the government on the other end was just using her. She doesn't even know what it means to be a good Eldian. She didn't want to take her armband off in the forest. She's fucked.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I would say it's in her mind, it's she should be punished for what her ancestors did, and that's that logic that she can't get rid of. I feel isn't that what happens in North Korea when you do something bad, it's generational.
Yeah,
that you're
three generations.
I'm sure they indoctrinated in those generations. Hey, just because of what they did back in the day, you're stuck with what you have. She can't get rid of that logic, and until she gets rid of that logic, she's stuck.
And to build on that, I just really enjoy that scene because it's kids from different walks of life talking about the heaviest shit. It's they represent the innocence of the world, and we always talk about the future, and it's it's the next generation that has the power to change the future if we allow them to. But if we keep bringing violence into the world and killing their parents, that's gonna offset them from their course. And it's the next generation can change things, but there's some cooperation on us as well, and I think it's always they'll figure it out kind of thinking.
She could come around, but I don't think she will. I think that'll be the thing. She's so indoctrinated. She's way more indoctrinated than Rhina and Bertolt ever were when they first came here and they lived among them. It didn't take them very long to be oh shit, these are just people, and they were older too. So Sasha, after that amazing scene where I feel we did get enough time, and it might have been sped up, but I feel we saw a solid transformation from Kaya being just kind of reserved while Gabby's going off, oh my gosh, be quiet, to at the end where she's yelling as loud as Gabby. She brought up that emotion in her. that was such a powerful moment. And even then, after that, Gabi was still like, "Oh shit, I'm gonna be a super spy, dude. It's gonna be fucking." I'm done. Like, I don't think it matters what development she makes.
Yeah. Well, I feel like if she really doesn't want to change or not and won't change, I'm low-key worried that she might just also kill Falco. For like, she will start seeing him as a traitor too.
I think so.
I think it's gonna end up being her versus Falco at some point in time if they don't change the same time. I also want to say that, like, think about knowing something as a kid and then someone trying to tell you that that thing isn't true. Like, when you're a kid, your beliefs and your imagination are so big that someone trying to convince you of something else, even with logic, even with like proof, like, kids can just be like, no, that's not how it is. Like, Santa Claus is real, and like, I know that, and there's nothing you can tell me. And like, for her, she's like, her whole entire world is based on a lie. So for her to recognize that lie, she has to rebuild her world value, and she's what, like 12?
Yeah. So when Falco and Gabi get to the ranch or the house, and when the father start talking, did Falco say that's a Southern Marleyan accent?
I think someone said Southern Marleyan accent, so I don't know who.
So like, apparently those people, if they are Sasha's parents, they came from Marlin.
I mean, everybody there did.
Yeah.
But I think that it was maybe the girl hearing the Southern accent in them, because when she was like, we go to eat at this chef's place, and that chef is Nico, he's from Marley, so maybe she recognized the same accent from him on them.
Yeah, well, they're kind of like the Hicks of Paradis, so like the Hicks probably sound the same from, you know, not Hicks, I'm sorry, country folk, you know. Eldia and Marley, or not Eldia, new Eldia.
I just want to say that Kaya is just fucking A1 as shit from the get-go, because she knew what they were, and like...
She still invited
them. Yeah, still invited them, and she almost tried to kill her. She was like, no, they got into a fight, they're good. I think she did what she wanted to do. She wanted to teach them something. That's what she's doing.
And like, I think she wanted to know why her mom died.
That too, yes.
Like,
100%.
genuinely, like, she's like, okay, you're saying this, and they heard the information because they released the information to everybody who Eldian is, where the Titans came from, everything. So it's like, as a kid, like, yeah, I want to know why my parents died for something that was done years ago. Yeah. That's a thing, like, that still currently happen. Like, people get punished or treated a specific way because of how it happened 1,000 years ago. Like, 1,000 years ago, I didn't do anything. Like, at that time, how do we move forward from here?
Exactly.
Like, how do we move forward?
Keep moving forward.
I want to say that the best part about this episode for me is that it clearly said that, like, Sasha lives on through
so many people.
Her deeds, like the things that she did, they keep translating to other people.
Yeah. She's the new Marco.
Good and bad. Like, what bad things?
I mean, Gabi's part. I know that Gabi was already radicalized, but Gabi was like, I saw that girl shoot 2 of the officers in the head and they weren't doing shit. So I mean, like, I know that she's in a war and that these are casualties of war, but I'm saying, like, you're right. Like, all the things that she's done in her life are like reflected in the people that like were affected by them, good or bad. For Gabi, Sasha's a devil. But for the girl, Sasha's an angel that saved her.
I guess when you said bad, I was just thinking, like, they were at war and she killed soldiers. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to say that their life is worth less, but there's a difference when you're in a conflict and you kill soldiers versus you're attacking innocent civilians.
But think about how those 2 girls view Sasha.
Right, no. I was just confused when you said it.
Like, she's gonna murder her with a rake. No, what are you doing over there? I think that's innocent.
Stop playing with that sharp pitchfork before you put your face out.
I have a fun fact about that. Her name is Ariana, I think, on Instagram, sent this to me. Thank you. Her last words, Sasha, she said Nico, which means meat.
Yes.
But she also could have been saying Nicolo. I don't know if you guys already talked about that.
No, we heard it. I heard it.
Can we talk about Hange real quick? Yeah. Just like what's going on with the scouts and what they're doing. So she's had to feel like what it is to be in the boots of those people that they overthrew prior. Like, I think they showed Sanis in jail earlier, the flashback.
Yeah,
like,
to that guy that they played.
Yeah. I feel like when you get into a position of power, like, corruption is almost unavoidable because of the human element. Because, like, when you're in power, there's just so many people to navigate through, and every single one of those people is a different kind of personality, and they all have their own agenda, and it very much becomes like a rub my back, I'll rub
Is that a corruption though, or is that more for you just have to delegate some, like, you have to make decisions, and some of them is just not.
I think what it is that
like making tough decisions. It's just like it's you have to be the bad guy at times.
I think that it might be a little bit less of that and more like for me, I know that people with inside of a system can be shitty, and that makes the system shitty. But how the system is built in general is usually made to protect itself. Like, does that make any sense? So, like, they were at one point in time outside of the system. The system wasn't working for anybody. They overthrew it, and they were like, the system's going to work for everybody. But then once it got to a point where it's like, well, we either need to reform the system so that these people out here actually do truly have a say in what's happening in their country, or we protect the system itself by being like, well, I'm sorry, but things are different now. You know what I mean? It's like, you can get in, and it's not even based off of who you are having to deal with other corrupt people, but when the system works a certain way, like, the system works to keep its own self going. And yeah, that does mean having to protect the people, and that does mean that they have to do these things in order to protect the people, but also it's like, they can't have a referendum and be like, let's reform the system right now. Everybody's like banging on the gates.
You're eventually going to come to having to make a decision where both choices are shit, and you just have to go with like.
I think she should have told them though. Personally.
Yeah, I think that the information that they are hiding from people is something that it's like under investigation. You know what I mean? Like there is a time and place for certain type of information to be revealed to public, but I don't think they are there because they don't even know what the information means. They don't know what to do with what they have. If they reveal something that they don't really understand, one, later on they can find something that contradicts the information and that will discredit them in the eyes of public. And two, it can also discredit the investigation itself. Like they don't know if maybe there's Marley people already infiltrating. Like they can't reveal the information right now. So I feel like that was a little unfair of like all the people like grouping around Hange as she's just like trying to enter a building to just kind of like, they were not aggressive towards her, but
they asking for information.
It's just like
that she can't give.
They had come to the Reeves company and that like newspaper dude and his son before to help with the overthrowing of the old government.
Yeah.
And so for her not to be able to look him in the eye and be like, you can trust me, it's gonna just sow deceit amongst them. And I get why they're doing it, because people like Flock are like getting radicalized with the rumbling. And they're like, it's us versus the world, bucket, you know? And how many people are gonna start thinking like that once they know all the details? That's why I think that's why they're locking Flock up, because he like let that leak.
Yeah.
Because like if you're living there in Paradis, you gotta pick a side at one point, right? And they don't. But the scouts don't want to do the rumbling, I don't think.
Right.
So they don't want that information to get out.
Wouldn't it be then Historia's responsibility as a leader of the country to like relay the information and tell people that they like ensure that trust, because that's not Hange's responsibility.
But it looks like Historia abdicated her thing, and now she's just off on the farm getting ready to give birth when she could have stayed in the castle and stayed working on that. Remember, we think that Historia is doing something completely different and completely separate right now. So
but then there's a leadership vacuum.
There is.
Literally left and got fucked.
And that's what the problem is. There's a leadership vacuum, and Hange is filling it in. And I think the Hange, with her not meeting the eyes, it was more so she's in a tight spot that she's not sure the right decision she's making is correct or not, but she have to make a decision because there's nobody else to make that decision for her.
But also she's like a military leader. She's not a political figure.
She's not,
because in the military, you know, when they say something, it's I said this and that's what goes, right? They don't have to give you a follow-up answer. That's why when everybody was sharing, I was like, I mean, she's no politician. And also for the people, they're like, yo, the Eldians just went out there into the world and snatched a bit of fucking power for ourselves. Like, fucking Aaron is Captain America to them, and they're like, you got him locked up? Yeah. Like, he should be in the streets with a parade. He should have 100 bitches braiding his hair all day long. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and I feel their anger too, because they're like, you came back and we just threw you in jail. Like, they don't care because if the government was like, hey, Aaron went and acted alone on his own, bro, Aaron could run for president of Earth after that, because people are like, he did that all by himself. You know what I mean? Like, so you're right that it's a situation where both answers suck, but like locking Aaron up to punish him for his crimes is right. But I think you need to be able to convey that to the people in a way that like tells them the reality of it without letting them build on their own ideas and just kind of running with that shit.
There needs to be a trial.
Nothing's ever black and white. You got to explain this shit. Trust the people to understand it.
Aaron is your champion, man. You know what I mean?
There's too many moving parts.
Sorry, what were you saying?
I was just saying Aaron is like their champion, and they locked him up. Like he's their dude.
But I think this is where you can tell the difference between Hange and Erwin. like the way the both of them handled that. Like if Erwin was in this situation, I'm pretty sure he could have done this more diplomatically and be able to give information.
He would have been.
No.
I feel like I do
Erwin
think he
did
would
do a
be able
military
to.
coup, so I don't know.
True.
He could have handled it better.
But I think he could have been like more sturdy. Like, hey, I don't believe. Like, maybe I don't trust myself to whatever I'm doing. But this is what we're doing, and you gotta have to trust me. But I think Hange, like, she's great in everything, but this is a lot for her as well, and you can tell like her reaction, like she struggled inside of her, like, but she still will continue going, but that struggle does come through and it will come through when she have to make a decision in the future, because when they attack, they will have to release Eren. They will have to release him, and that's where Hanji is gonna have us really struggle. Like, does she let him go, or does she wait and
the devil out?
Yeah.
Erwin also like did everything he did to seek the truth, and he never knew the truth, so we don't quite know what Erwin would have done had he known the secrets of the basement and everything.
True.
Like being in that position, they would have both went about it differently, Hanji or Erwin. But
100%.
still, like him knowing that knowledge, this is a tough field to navigate.
You can't be Holden.
No,
don't hold.
But we didn't see Eren at all in this episode.
Nah.
Like,
No, we saw Mikasa. She was getting the girl was like, "Hey, I did this shit for you." Like that's it though. It's like how Zeke had his own group of people that were willing to be like, "Yeah, like I'm not even a Marley fan. I'm a Zeke fan." Like with the way that Mikasa and Eren are getting like people just calling Eren Jaeger and shit. Like the way that they're getting is that like if they wanted to, they could fraction off and they can just be like, we're gonna do our own thing. We got enough clout for that, which is a bad thing for the whole, for the pie as a whole. Like they have to all work together because the world's about to attack them after they get tiny attacked by a bunch of cart titan goons.
And just ending the scene on that was just like so powerful.
It's like Mikasa is realizing the consequences of her actions that are both like the actions were great at the time, but like she's influencing the next generation to be maybe not quite what she wanted them to be. You know what I mean? Especially if they fall into this like rumbling ideology.
I am starting to get really tired of Mikasa because I don't really understand. I understood why
she's a simp through and through.
Yes, but like that is the only thing about her. Her only character quality or her only characteristics is that she simps for Eren.
And is a super murderer.
It is a royalty now.
Well, yes, but what does it mean? Like again, like it didn't. It didn't change her in any way. You know what I mean? And
but when she comes in the music and
she's also an inspiration.
She was without Eren for how many years?
3 years.
She could have met other people. She could have like. I don't know what she was doing, but she was probably just writing her diary about how she misses Eren.
She was practicing murdering too.
And practicing murder.
When she was a kid, their mom took him in.
I understand that's important.
Made her promise to protect Eren.
I understand that's important, but you have your own life.
It's an anime.
Live it.
It's an anime.
Eren is her life.
Yeah, her core is Eren, and now she doesn't know what.
Yeah, but it's just like she's
Nah, they're like siblings. I don't
know what.
I mean, regardless, she needs something more in her life. Like she needs a hobby.
She had like absolutely zero character development, and like all the way until this season, I thought of her as such a badass. She fucking is. But now I'm just like, hey, you had 3 years without this boy in your life.
Pick up crochet or something.
Yeah, do something else.
Yeah.
Sorry,
like if you live your life, it doesn't mean that you're any less loyal to him, but you can still make friends and like. I don't know, have more pleasures of life than
she
just...
learned how to knit and her scarf is slightly longer.
She sells red scarves all day. That's it.
I'm done.
No, I feel you. Mikasa is not that interesting of a character.
Not at all.
She's a badass though. When she comes, the music's playing. Scout music.
Oh yeah.
Like even Levi has like more development. I never thought about it that way. Like I do like Mikasa and she's always been a badass, but like Levi, Erwin, Sasha. Jean has not a lot of development. I'll give you that.
Connie has more development.
Connie, yeah. So yeah, the writer was just like Mikasa badass. Like she's got like a Venn diagram, just like badass. Love
That's
Eren.
it. Like there's a fight scene, Mikasa wins. That's like everything else is fine.
Connie is apparently Iman and Abby's favorite character.
Nice.
In the show.
Connie's dope, bro.
I love Connie.
When him and Sasha were just like, Are y'all high? What are you doing?
Like,
we're gonna watch Attack on Titan High School.
I love it. All right, guys. Did we discuss everything?
I think so.
Yeah.
Until the next time.
Bye. See you guys later. Bye.
Bye.
Thank
Thanks for watching Attack on Titan with the Normies. Check us out on Patreon for early access and the uncut to this reaction. Special shout out to our super patrons, Kwasi, Sakif, Clayton, Harry Macfan, Explorin' Dylan, Dane, Mr. Momus, Joe, Yusuf, Kadim, ZJP, and Keyboard Junkie, and we will see you all next time.